Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another great edition of my Grue Rume Show. And for the Grue Rume Show today, I got a very awesome guest, and he is a model, and his name is Brandon Hunter. And I'm going to talk to him about modeling, about fashion, about being on the catwalk and everything else. I am Rocco Cross. I am the host at Stutters. I am the host of the Grue Room. And my interview with Brandon will be coming up very soon. This is my Grue Room, and as always, welcome to my nightmare. So stay tuned. Okay, welcome to Grue, and thank you so much for taking time out of your night and coming on. I appreciate
Yeah, thank you for having me, Rocco. I appreciate you.
it.
Looking
Definitely.
forward to our time.
Thank you. So like the first thing I wanted to ask you is like when did you know you wanted to start doing shoots and stuff? Like when did you get the passion for modeling?
Yeah, so I know you've seen a lot of my modeling work, but
Yeah.
it originally stemmed from acting. So I got
Oh,
into
okay.
acting first off, and then uh, modeling is a stepping stone, and it will also help build my repertoire in the industry. So I found a liking of it as well, in addition to acting. So I'm fully immersed in modeling. I'd say modeler, actor, and entertainer overall.
Mhm.
But it originally stemmed from acting, and I
Oh,
could branch off on that if um, at some point during this talk.
oh wow, okay.
Yeah.
And what kind of things have you done for acting?
Yeah, so it's let me go back to where it started though first. So I in my undergrad up in Montana Western, I I was on a partial athletic scholarship, and the first class I ever took up there was a drama class, drama theater class, because
Okay.
you get the option to either choose um, like an art class or theater drama, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go down this avenue a little, check it out. And I ended up doing a Pulp Fiction monologue. And
Nice.
have you seen Pulp Fiction?
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah. Well, okay. And the professor pulled me aside and said, "Hey, I think you did very well. We have a play coming up, and I'd like you to try out for it." And I didn't think too much of it because I have other stuff going on. I have football and meetings and other clubs I'm doing in addition on campus.
Hmm.
And so I said, you know what? Why not? So I went, tried out, and ended up getting this small part in an Agatha Christie and then there were none play. So it was that murder mystery. I got a small part with a major death scene as a young, stuck up British dude.
Okay, there you go. Did you have to do the British
I had to do
accent and everything?
the British accent, and I it was completely out of my comfort zone. But when I did it, and the practice of it, and being around the people I did it with, I found I found a major liking for it, an affinity towards it,
Hmm.
and I've grown up playing sports, but there was something about this experience that I had being on stage and
Yeah.
performing that I couldn't ignore. So branching off from that, I went into another play the next year, and I got the main part in it, and there's something about giving yourself permission to play that role or play that deviant part of yourself that I
Yeah.
found alluring. And it's a great form of art because, we all have something laid dormant inside
Oh
of us
yeah, of course.
that we can access at certain points. And most of us don't know how to access it or don't have the proper outlet to do so. So I really love the theater acting. So I got into theater acting, and currently, uh, coming back forth to this day, I'm
Mhm.
um, there's stuff pending, and I can't like say the
Oh, okay.
official names yet. So just to answer your question, I can't say the official names, but there's some commercial stuff coming up,
Nice.
and hopefully that takes off.
Oh,
And
yeah, definitely.
yeah, yeah.
Wow, okay. And you say you played sports too. What kind of sports did you like playing?
Yeah, so I grew up playing soccer, football, tennis. I was even into field hockey a little
Oh,
bit.
wow. Wow,
I,
you did a
yeah,
little bit of
a
everything.
little bit, a little bit of everything. I really liked racket sports though, and even to this day, I do pickleball coaching on the side. But
Oh, sweet. Nice.
that's another story. Uh, but I played all those sports, but in high school, uh, tennis, soccer, and football were all in the same season. So
Hmm.
I had to choose one of the three. So I chose football because I like the contact sport. I like I like hitting, and
Yeah,
I like the physicality of it and the intensity. And that was the sport I chose to play. Um, I went through a few major injuries, but it led me to go up to Montana, and it led me to that passion, which led me to here in New York
oh,
City. It's funny how that happened through an inadvertent circumstance or path. You know, you kind of find your, I call it my freedom, but you find
yeah,
your passion in something that you really love doing. And that's, I'm trying to live that truth to this day. So I'm really following it. And so far it's going well, and it's a
good.
journey. Yeah.
So, what was like your first gig for modeling?
So my first gig, I had it was sort of a mother agency
Hmm.
situation, but after that, my current agent, who you reached out to,
Yeah.
he he knew I was living in Reno, and he says, there's not much going on. So the first shoot he booked me and scheduled me out on, in addition to seeing me in Vegas, was in Miami. So I had so this was a couple years back. That's when my first shoot was in Miami.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It's officially booked shoot.
Nice.
Yeah.
So when you know you're about to do a a shoot where you're not wearing a shirt, do 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 you do extra training at the gym or extra push-ups and all that stuff when you know you're gonna have to be standing in front of a camera probably for hours without your shirt on?
Absolutely. You all of that all of that happens in preparation prior to the shoot. So yeah, I have to make sure this is in check because at the end of the day you're a commodity in this industry, so you have to have some amount and degree of upkeep of yourself, whether it's skincare, what you eat, and make
Mhm.
sure all the right things are popping whenever you're going going in the camera. So yeah, because I was 30 pounds heavier during football, and I've really slimmed down, but also had to keep a certain amount of muscle mass um, with what we've been shooting recently. So
Yeah.
really try to hone in. I find the gym is my sanctum. I go there, and it's kind of a form of meditation for me, whether I'm walking on the treadmill or elliptical for an hour or two, and then getting my strength training in. I genuinely and thoroughly enjoy it, and that's why it seems like it's arduous, but it comes fairly easy, natural because of one, my sports background, and two,
Yeah.
because I just enjoy doing it. I feel good after, I feel better, and that helps me out throughout the rest of the day, and it happens to translate over in this industry, right? I'm gonna
Oh,
have
of
my shirt
course, yeah.
off at some points in time, and I got to be ready to go from there. Yeah, yeah.
What is there a gig that you had the most fun doing?
Oh man, yeah. There is there's a magazine that's about to come out,
Hmm.
and this was shot over in Brooklyn. Cool, it was a Cool America. So there's something about this gig because the stylist who was there, um, he made me he illuminated this whole new perspective on the art of modeling in general
Okay.
that I didn't really ever consider. And the thing about it, I was very when your shirt is off and you're not wearing as much clothes, you're
Hmm.
thinking, you have a lot of thoughts going on in your mind. And me in
Well, yeah, it's
particular,
fun.
yeah, yeah. So me more so than anyone, I'm like constantly thinking, okay, well, is this all right? Is this too much? Is this not
Yeah.
enough? Am I doing it the right way? Am I not fulfilling the need? Am I not living up to this? Right? I have all these thoughts going on. But the thing about having this conversation with the stylist, he pulled me aside and said, hey, we booked you because we see you and we like your look. And that's what you're here for. So, any other thoughts that you have in your mind are they're not going to benefit the moment that you have right now in this shoot.
Yeah.
So that shoot I enjoyed more so than anything because I fully kind of relinquished a part of myself and was more confident, and I was in tune and relaxed, and you could tell if someone how someone's feeling through their hands and their eyes.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, hands, eyes, and shoulders, and it all shows. And that one in particular, um, I was calm, I was relaxed. It was a great studio and great company, and the photographer was dope. And like
Nice.
it was just, I just thoroughly enjoyed that whole shoot. So if I was to pick one, there's so many other, there's a lot of great ones though. If I was to pick one, there's something about that because that altered my whole outlook on how I should model. And
Okay.
all the shoots I've had after that, I can see a bit of improvement because of that
Oh,
conversation I had. Because at the end of the day, you're coming into it and you got to know you're already picked and you got to kill it. You got to tell the story the right way, and they're there to capture the moment, and you're the product. So be in the moment
that
as
is
much
true.
as you can. So yeah, I'd say that's one that's the Cool America magazine, which should be coming out here pretty soon.
Awesome. Nice.
Yeah, yeah.
And I saw you also did fashion stuff too. Like you did like the the runway.
Runway. Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
how's that like? To actually be up there and walking down with all the people taking the pictures and all that stuff. Like
Right.
how's that experience look like?
Yeah. It doesn't even seem real. Honestly, like when I was doing the members only show, that runway, and then the Cubell and confessional showroom. That those it was surreal because you're right. It's so strange walking out. You're all eyes on you.
Yes.
Everyone's taking all these pictures, and it doesn't seem real. But it just, and it was hard to take in, honestly. But I guess kind of going back to like the theater example, there's something about right before going on stage or before
Mhm.
walking out that you're in that mode of anticipation, but it's you just got to nail it, you
Oh
know.
yeah.
You just got to go out and you got to do it. And if something were to happen, you can't really think about it. You just gotta you gotta lock it in. But I was extremely nervous, but it was a good type of nervous. Like wow, I'm here with all these phenomenal models,
Mhm.
and I'm a part of them. And all I have is this time to walk out and to do the best that I can, given everything I know and everything I have. Uh, and it felt surreal. That's the best way to to, to put it, take it all in. But yeah, it's so strange. Such a strange experience, but something I can never forget, and I won't ever forget.
Oh yeah, I mean something like that would be hard to forget, like just being on a runway and having all eyes on you, and even like just doing gigs, photo shoots, and all that stuff. Like it's definitely something.
It is. No, it's out of the ordinary. You don't do that every day. And I know what you're in the industry as well
Yeah.
yourself. You do a bit of acting, directing, producing, right? I was looking over that.
Oh yeah.
I loved your bio, by the way. This,
Thank you.
this is gonna be a great call. He's your former wrestler. Uh,
Yes. Yes.
but
That was a fun time.
that was, but I guess going tying those points together, there's something about it. It's unique. I don't think the average human being gets to experience that on the
Mhm.
daily, but it's a lot to take in. But it's second nature now. It's just taking it in, taking in those moments and capitalizing on them. You know, that's that's what it's about. And
Oh yeah.
it's amazing. It's a beautiful industry that we're in, right? They all connect and
Oh, it's fun. Like you were saying, like one thing leads to another. Like you think you just want to go into model, and someone would see you and want to put you in like a film or TV show,
right,
and
right,
then that leads to something else, and then it goes on and on and on. And
yeah, yeah,
yeah, it's weird how it works. Like you go in for one thing and you get pulled in a whole bunch of different things, or sometimes you go in for one thing and you just some it's not for everyone. Like
yeah,
some people go in for one thing and fail at it, and they have to move on and try for something else, or do a 9 to 5 job. Or
mhm.
so yeah, I mean it's definitely weird. Like it pulls you in so many different directions, whether it's good or bad.
You're right. You're spot on. It's a very strange ripple effect and
Mhm.
networking process. Because yeah, you don't know. Like after that show, I could just uh, bump shoulders with someone, or someone makes a comment and says, "Hey, like I really liked you out there. I have something going on. Let me get your contact information. I'll hit you up.
Exactly.
You hit you up." Or it could be like something even more serendipitous and like you just so happen to be at that place and you're having a random conversation because they like the same coffee that you do and they happen to be in the industry, right? But that's how it works. And then yeah, like everyone has something going on the side.
Yeah.
Someone's bartending on the side,
Oh
someone's
yeah, of
nine to
course.
five office job, just trying to get some more consistent income because not everything is always consistent, right?
Yes, that's so true.
You gotta be able to pay the bills somehow, and that's a reality of it. But
Yeah, because when I was wrestling, when I was still doing that, active in wrestling, it just so happened that one of the shows that I was at, because my character was very dark. As you could tell, I'm a big horror fan,
uh-huh.
so my character was like very dark and like along the lines of like a horror type gimmick.
Yeah,
And there was a local independent horror movie director that was sitting in the crowd, and he saw me come out and loved my gimmick, and he asked me to be in his movie. And
yeah.
he was shooting a horror movie in Philly, and he asked me to be in it, and that's how the acting started from the
Wow.
rest. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, so like one thing always leads to something.
Yeah, and it tends to happen when you're kind of on that path
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
towards your passion, right? And you're into horror stuff, and that attracted him and sparked that conversation, and the rest is history, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
That's phenomenal. I know. I like your Chucky background and the show. Hey,
Right.
you are a fan. Okay. Hence, hence why you chose the Dead Boys photo, right? For the
Yes, yes, exactly. Anything to do with like horror, right?
yeah, there's something about element horror film that I find more and more intriguing the older I get, right? I was so scared of
Yes.
it growing up, but I find it fascinating the older I get.
And, and you mentioned that
Yeah.
pic,
Yeah.
picture you took, like dead dead boys is along the lines of horror. They get like a bunch of guys modeling for them, and it it seems like the shoots have a special like horror theme to it, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. Shot by Carter Smith. Yeah, he keeps this consistent, darker, sort of kind of like apocalyptic, beat up type theme, but or zombified. I guess that's the way to put it.
Yeah.
But he does this unique thing, and he made me look that way. He just put the makeup on me right there and then. It only took no more than like 30 minutes,
Oh
and
wow. Okay.
yeah, and then we shot right after that, and I had to snap into character. And I tried to encapsulate that with all those photos. So
Yeah, it came out really nice.
yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
that was a fun one because that's you don't always get shoots like that, and that was a different, much different compared to the rest of my shoots that I've done.
Hmm.
Yeah, the Dead Boys project that was very fun. That was very fun. It was
Okay.
yeah.
Nice. And when you're not acting or doing photo shoots and fashion shows, like what do you like doing during your free time?
Yeah, I love playing pickleball, honestly. I know that's a trending sport, but I loved ping pong and tennis, and pickleball is the perfect intermediary with that. And when I get the time, or I just love going out there and hitting the ball.
Okay.
Another thing, I like hanging out with quality people. So
Yeah.
I have some friends that I see once in a while that I if I'm allocating my time, I do it with people I genuinely enjoy being around and have either a good time or quality conversation or show me something new. And it's friends, pickleball, and like gym, I guess, is a free time
Oh,
activity.
definitely. Yeah.
And with that, I love listening to certain audiobooks and podcasts and, um, kind of making sure I'm read up and I'm well read on certain stuff. So that I could look into it and give a deep dive and be able to speak on it, hopefully. But yeah, that's what I love doing in my free time.
Okay.
Yeah. The
And
little
do do you have any hidden talent that people might be shocked to know?
What's your hidden talent, Rocco?
My hidden talent, I don't think I have any to tell you the truth.
Oh my well, that's the thing. Like you're already in such a talent space where it's
Yeah,
like that's the hidden talent's already on display, kind of, right?
exactly. Yes.
So I yeah, mine is what I'm currently doing now. I used to always like a couple years back when I was working in the office, I could say, "Oh yeah, hidden talent is modeling, acting," right?
Model. Yes.
But uh sometimes, yeah, that's about it. I'll go the rest have to kind of can't really say. So, yeah, just take that as you
Oh, hey, no,
will.
I, I, I'll, I'll leave it at that. And,
Dude, my cheeks are hurting. My cheeks are every time you're smiling, I'm smiling. So, um,
so my favorite holiday just passed Halloween, and
okay.
did
If I was the
did
guest,
you
I would have
dress up?
guessed that.
Did you
If
wind
I
up
was the
dressing
guest,
up or going to any parties for Halloween?
Yeah, yeah. I went to a few. I was model lumberjack this year. I it's not
Okay.
yeah, model lumberjack. So I got the plaid out and the shirt and the shoes and um yeah, I was just vibing it the best I could. It's weird this year I've kind of cooled it down because a few years back I've always been something very strange. Like I was a, a surfer, a Polynesian surfer skier with a sombrero a couple couple years back. It varies, but this year I just kept it cordial and went with that. But when I was young, I always loved being the slasher,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
like Michael Myers, Jason, Freddy
Definitely.
Krueger, the Leatherface. I was never Chucky actually. I never got to that. I was Pinhead also.
Oh,
The
nice.
Hellraiser Pinhead, yeah.
Yes.
But I
Yes.
love because I one of my major fears growing up was going into haunted houses. I was like, oh my God. I hate being scared and someone popping out on me. And who knows like how can you even trust those people in the haunted house? No, right? But when I was wearing that mask, it kind of helped me walk through it because I was like, I'm a part
Exactly.
of you, you know, I could
Exactly. Yes.
I'm me, I'm a slasher, right? I could get through this. It gave me enough to get through that. Yeah. But
Well,
yeah, lumberjack this year.
all right. I guess that's like a hidden talent that I have. Like I used to work in a haunted house. I was one of the people that
Oh, really?
scare you. Yes.
Uh,
There's a
yeah.
local haunt in Philly, the Eastern Eastern State Pen
Uh-huh.
Eastern Eastern State Pen,
Yeah.
and it's like a prison where they kept all like prisoners, criminals, and Al Capone actually was prisoned there.
Oh,
And yeah, and supposedly it a lot of bad stuff happened there. A lot of people died, and the Eastern State Pen has like spirits and ghosts haunted, and they made a haunted house out of it. And I worked there for 3 years, and I was one of the actors that jump out at you and try to scare you, and
my
it was
God.
actually pretty fun. A lot of stuff I could see why the prison has is I could see,
Really?
like, yeah, there was like a lot of noises that happen, and the 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 cell doors would you would walk by and it would just slam shut and no one would be in them. And
Rocco, you have some balls to do that, man. That's to have that history on top of the
yeah.
the haunted house is oof, it gives me heebie-jeebies. But you you experienced a little bit of
Oh
that
my
while
god, yeah. Like the place definitely, like, it's not just something that the owner of the Eastern State Pen says. Like when you go in there, like the people that run it, the people that own it now, they say, it does have spirits. The place is actually haunted,
wow.
and they like tell you when you're going in there, you might see something that you you might not you might think it was like a flash before your eyes, but
What?
you might see something, you might not see anything, then and enter at your own risk and all that stuff. And so
Mm.
it is creepy.
Yes, that is. Yeah, it's crazy. You had that element of, or that the warning you of actual spirits on top of
Yeah.
the,
Mhm.
the haunted house, and you had to be in there all day, right?
Yes,
Or when
yes.
you perform, yeah.
it
Woo!
was it was like from I we had to be there around 6, and we usually didn't leave the penitentiary until between 1 and 2 o'clock in the morning. So we would be there from 6 at night until like between 1 and 2. And once it got after 12 and like the people start leaving and it was getting quieter and quieter, that's when you see like
Really?
cell doors slamming and you hear voices and yeah, it's crazy.
Wow. Wow. It's funny because a lot of people are like, I don't believe in ghosts. I don't do this. I always kind of question them because I'm like, okay, well, what do you mean by ghost? Because there is some like undeniable form of energy out there
Oh yeah,
that
of
you've
course.
obviously experienced, and like having that history in that prison with all those people there with their circumstance that they had, how could there
Mhm.
not be some like residual energy,
Yeah,
right? Now,
yeah, yeah. Like you can't expect a ghost to be someone with a white sheet over their head going boo.
right?
You know that's not really what ghosts are. Like ghosts
No,
are like spirits that you can't really see, but you could like feel it or
that's
hear it. Yeah.
no, exactly. But that's what, well, like we see on TV. Oh, this is a
Yeah,
ghost.
yeah,
Have like the
exactly.
sheet over the head, and like, if you, yeah, true. I don't blame someone if you say, "Have you seen a ghost?" They're like, "No, I've never seen that." Like, and they'll deny it. Sure,
yeah, well, yeah, yeah, of course.
but that's not the case. It's not like that. And you, it's funny because you're telling the story and you're chuckling about it, but like that gives me the heebie-jeebies.
I don't know. Like the first night that I saw a door shut in front of my eyes, I was startled. I like jumped back and I like ran out, and then I was like, okay. I said, it's a haunted prison. What do you expect? Go back
Okay,
in
that's what
there,
you were telling
man
yourself.
up.
Maybe you just got so accustomed to it. You're like, I gotta come in here anyways. The doors are gonna shut. What am I?
Exactly.
What am I gonna do? Right? No, that's fantastic that you got to do that. Maybe one of these days I'll do that for fun. Right?
Oh,
Okay.
it is a lot of fun. Like
Seems like it.
when
It kind of seems
you're
like
one of the people jumping out, like it's a lot of fun. It's very long hours. Like I'm not gonna lie about that. It gets very tiresome. Like the hours are
doing this.
long
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
because Halloween season. Everybody wants to come and get scared. So.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then there's the setting up, there's doing the makeup, and then
Hmm.
you got to
Hmm.
put it away, and you got to do the same movements and the
Oh
same
my God, yeah.
technique over and over and over
Yes. For hours,
for
for
hours
hours.
on end.
And you have to
Oh,
scream for hours.
oh,
Like you have to do like
oh.
demon voices and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And you have to do that for hours, like 3, 4 nights every week. And by the
Oh,
time Halloween comes, like your voice is completely shot.
I bet. I bet. I bet. No, that sounds like a whole experience, but a lot goes into that, right? It's a whole
Oh yeah,
production. A whole
definitely, definitely. It's like being on set for a movie or a TV show because you got the makeup people, the props, the costume designers, the
yeah,
it is. It's like being on set when you're at one of the haunts.
yeah, that's a good way to put it. Oh my gosh. No, that's amazing. That's a what an experience you had. And
Yeah, yeah, you could definitely say that.
have you done anything else since that? Have you gone back to doing any other haunted?
No, because like my job that I have now, like my job when I'm not doing this, because like we were talking about earlier, we all have to make money.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So
Oh yeah.
my job actually clashed with the hours of the haunt, so I couldn't do it.
Oh really? Oh that's
Yeah.
dang. That's yeah, I'm thinking about Halloween. What a time of year, right? What a time. It's people dress up, we have candy,
Yes.
but there's the element of horror,
Oh
right?
my God, yeah.
Yeah.
Are
But
there any horror films that you like watching, like e-
yeah.
especially during Halloween month?
Yeah, there's some good horror movies out there, you know. There's some recent ones that I like a lot. The Lights Out movie was
Oh,
pretty.
that was really good. I like that one.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
I wasn't really into jump scares that much, but it's very well executed. The jump
it
scare.
is. It
Yeah.
is.
Lights Out. I like watching it once in a while. But
Pennywise.
Pennywise, you can't. Pennywise is a good one. Let's see.
Did you see the like new horror clown that's out now? Art the clown from Terrifier.
Terrifier. I
Yeah.
didn't see it though, but yeah, I saw the
He's
cover.
very creepy. Like I
Really?
I personally think he's even more creepier than Pennywise.
Okay. I have to give that a look. I have to give that a look for sure.
I got his poster like right there if you could see it. I don't know if it's
Oh, the
coming out.
Terrifier 3. Isn't it the Terrifier 4 that came out, right?
No, Terrifier 2 was just out. They're making
Two.
Terrifier 3 that's supposed to come out in 24.
Oh, okay, okay. That's so okay. One behind. Yeah. No, but yeah, those ones are good ones. Babadook's a great horror movie.
Yes. Yes.
Babadook's a good one. And yeah, there's a lot of decent ones out there. Slasher films. I like just going back watching the classic Halloween, Michael
Hmm.
Myers
Hmm.
around Halloween time. That's always a good one. Uh, but yeah, what's out of I know you've seen all of these the horror.
Of course.
What's a top three for you?
For me, ooh. Um like the horror movies that I like are like rare ones that you like have to be a horror fan to like know about them. Cause I mean, don't get me wrong, like I love the classics. Like I love the Halloweens and Chucky and Freddy and Leatherface, Pinhead, but
Yep.
like my favorite horror films are like these like cheesy films that the acting is like so bad that you can't even watch it. But for some reason I love watching it. Like Night of the demons, like that's like my top. Like for some reason I love that movie.
Night of the Demons. Okay.
Yeah, that's like my number one. And then I like prom night too. Not the first one was good. Jamie Lee Curtis was in like the first one, but
Yeah.
I prefer the second one. And again, it was cheesy, but it was good.
Okay. Some no, it's cheesy is good as long as it's within reason and it
Yeah,
be executed well. But sometimes it's fitting.
yeah.
Sometimes that's funny. You say prom two is better than one. Usually the
Uh huh.
sequels don't always get the
I
proper
know, right?
hype or people because the expectations either so high with the first one, or maybe it was low on that one and the second that much better. But no,
and and my third is Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
that's from outer space. Yeah, that's that sounds like Sharknado. Just kidding.
It's very similar. Like that, the Killer Clowns was like the first like shark Nate
Yeah,
NATO films before it was even a thing.
yeah. Killer clowns from outer space. Maybe
Yeah.
they got it, and then maybe they inspired Sharknado.
Hey, you never know. Like that might have been one of the inspirations, you
Right? Yeah, right. All of our ideas are fairly repurposed in a way, right?
know. And it was fun. Like the two leads, like the lead girl from Night of the Demons and the lead girl from prom night too. Like after they made those films, like they got out of acting and they went on to do like other things like non acting stuff.
Uh,
And I actually researched them and found them, and I reached out to both of them, and they both agreed to do interviews with me.
oh,
And
really?
yeah, and they both didn't realize the fan base that their movies had, and then they started doing horror cons like after they did my interview, and I was pretty happy about that.
That's oh yeah, that's amazing. The reach again, that goes back to the reach that
Mhm.
you have and um, the path that you're on and the networks that you're establishing, right? Because in this industry, in general, like it applies to even business too, but it's a barriers to entry in industry. But once you're in, the contacts rely on their contacts.
Exactly.
So it's a
Exactly.
then all the rest happens from within, right? Everything else gets booked because they remember someone or they did a good job last time, right? And they just call them up again because that's who executed it before, and that's how it happens. That's how business is done.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Yeah, it's
And
fascinating.
if you're out with friends or having a drink or two, like what would be your go-to karaoke song if they wanted you to sing?
Oh yeah, so I go-to karaoke song is Nickelback, Rockstar.
Oh, I like that song. Okay. All right. All right. It's a good one. It's a good one. I like that.
Nickelback Rockstar. Yeah, that's because when I do it, it's usually with my buddy, and that's his request for a song, and I never oppose. Never. I just go do it just because. All right. If I make a fool out of myself, so be it. At the end of the day, people are fairly indifferent and won't remember too
Oh
much.
yeah. Yeah. If I get up on the microphone, I have to have a couple shots and a couple drinks because I don't sound good when I sing. So I if I'm making a fool out of myself, I need to be feeling a little good.
Yeah, yeah. Right. Liquid courage. Liquid courage. What's your go-to drink when you're at
my my go-to drink is Jack and Coke.
Jack
Like
and Coke? Classic.
yeah, yeah, but I drink beer too. Like I'll drink the what's it called? The Miller the Miller
Miller
the
High.
Miller the Miller
Yeah.
High Life. Like I that's the beer that I drink, and for like a liquor it would be like a Jack and Coke.
Okay, that's those good options. Good,
What about you?
good picks. I found this new. So I enjoy the spirits like wine and beer, but I also like sake. But
Oh
that's
yeah, yeah.
what I mean sushi, unfiltered, cold sake with
Nice.
scotch. And my favorite drink, though, recently I came up upon this that a friend put me on was a paper plane. So the paper, have you heard of a paper plane? It's
I never have, no.
bourbon whiskey and then Aperol and Amaro and some lemon juice and like a orange garnish on it. And it is
That actually sounds really good. Yeah.
yes, yes, yeah. You should try it next time you're at a bar.
Oh, okay.
On a paper plane. It's it's very tasty, very tasty.
That
You won't
sounds
regret
really
it.
good.
You
Yes.
won't regret it, especially if you like bourbon. Sounds like you like.
Well, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Then try it. I I'm
I
not gonna.
definitely will.
Yeah, yeah. That's so
Thank
that's
you.
my. You're welcome. You're welcome. That's my new drink. So
Okay.
that's my new. But a good beer, like a just a like a Miller High. I enjoy Miller too. That's good.
Yes.
Good beer.
Yeah, for some reason it's like very light. It it goes down like very easy, and it don't have a lot of calories either.
Not too much calories and it's tasty. I just like that simple taste like that. I've
Exactly.
been,
Yeah.
I've been limited a little bit on beer.
Well,
Just
well, yeah, because you have to do your shoots.
I have to do my shoots, and it's all that barley's not worth it right now.
Yeah, true, true.
I gotta shop for it, so it's okay though. But once in a while, every I'm moderating it out. Well,
Oh, of
a
course.
beer during the weekend shouldn't hurt me. So
Yeah, yeah. Especially you know you have a few drinks, you get drunk, and then the following day you go to the gym.
Yeah, yeah, you no, but you gotta. I feel like maybe that's where people go wrong. Like even on this regimen that I'm on currently, I could still have that flexibility. I could go have a beer and have another one and have another one, but also know that I can work it off the next day and that I
Exactly.
shouldn't be missing out on these experiences with these people right now to say no to a beer because I'll make up for it, right? You kind of
Right? Yes.
you, you kind of got to enjoy it, and I think that that sustains the your diet, and because people are too hard on themselves
You're
sometimes.
right.
They say I can't have this, I can't have this, or else this will happen. Well, you're it doesn't happen that way. You got to treat yourself once in a while because that's what kind of sustains it in the long term. Obviously, it depends on your goal. Like if you're
Oh
trying
yeah.
to lose 10 pounds in 2 weeks for a shoot, you probably don't have that leeway. But
Exactly.
if,
Yeah.
yeah, but yeah, most of the time it's just good to just indulge, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, people make.
Nice. And the last thing that I will ask you is where can fans follow you at?
Yeah, so my you could follow me on Instagram, Facebook. I do have an X account, right? It's called X, not Twitter. But they're
Oh
all.
yeah, yeah, X. I forgot. I was about to say an X account. I was like,
Oh no, no, yes, no, no. Sure, that sounds a little bit like OnlyFans. No,
yeah, it does.
X is in Twitter. Let me clarify. So Instagram's the best one to follow me, follow all my stuff. It will connect you to the rest of the links I do have and my YouTube. So it's Brandon KV Hunter at Brandon KV Hunter. So that's the name, and it's pretty much the same on my other platforms.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, that's where you could reach me out. KV's initials is for my middle name. It has 8 syllables. So it's a long name.
Nice.
It's do you want me to say? I might as well
I,
say
I mean, if you want to, it's totally up up to you. If you don't want
it.
to say your middle name, you don't have to.
I'll say yeah. It's Ke Ali Billy Billy. Ke Ali Billy Billy.
Oh
So
wow. Okay.
yeah, it's a Polynesian middle name. It's a mix between my great great grandpa and chief and warrior and
Oh wow,
lion.
that's awesome.
Yeah, yeah. So that's
Oh
what
wow, sweet.
I can't put that on my profile fully, but I like to like. There's Brandon Hunters out there, but I feel like it's a slight differentiating factor.
Yeah.
Okay, might as well put that, add that in the middle, right before Hunter.
Oh, that's awesome. I love it.
Yeah, Brandon KV Hunter.
Well,
Um,
thank you so much for taking time out. It was really fun chatting and meeting you. So thanks again for doing this.
likewise, Rocco. Hopefully, yeah. Let's also connect off of this platform. I'd
Oh my
like
God,
to
yes, definitely.
follow your work and what you're doing, and just keep in touch on that because I appreciate these times that I do have, and
Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate that.
and the requests. Thank you very much. So, yeah, you enjoy your night, and you're off work, so
Yeah,
either
definitely.
time or go to bed.
I'm gonna eat dinner now. I'm starving.
Ooh, what's for dinner for you?
I don't know. I'm gonna order something.
All right, that sounds good too. That sounds good. All right, Rocco. All
All right, buddy.
right, you have a good night.
All right, man. You too. Have a good one.
Appreciate it.
Bye.